Hi all, and welcome to episode 14 of this Duergar Bard Multiclass Balance Run / Walkthrough. Oh, that's a mouthful to say each time. In the interests of full disclosure, I have recorded this episode this will be the third time. The first time I was recording, I got almost done, and I saved the end of the episode, like I have been doing. And then I cleared all the quick saves like I normally do, keep the save files down and to save server space for Larian Studios. I went too far, accidentally deleted too many saved games, so I had to replay it from the end of episode 13 part 1. Level 6 save, which you saw in episode 13, sorry. So I played all that, got the save done, then went ahead, recorded this episode again, got to the end, was really satisfied, done, and OBS crashed and corrupted the file. So here we are again. There may be some differences between the last save point you saw at the end of episode 13 part 2 to where we start now. Also, please forgive me if I get a little bit frustrated because each one of these takes about 2 hours to record, and then there's editing to be done. And at the editing stage is when I find out that there's been an issue and I have to redo everything. So I will try to go through it like I have done the previous 2 times. Let me know how the audio is as well. I didn't realise that the audio quality was a bit naff. So please, I'm hearing impaired. I do have family listen to the episode prior to editing, and they say it's fine. But if there is an issue out there, then please let me know in the comments after you've adjusted your audio output, because it may be that is an issue rather than the way I record it. So, with all that housekeeping out of the way, let's get on with this episode. I haven't changed any of the builds. I'll put that out. The builds are the same. It has just been playing the game and stash management. So I do have a soda to help me get through this episode because I am feeling very exhausted right now. As I mentioned in one of the previous episodes, I am a member of the Path of Exile community, and the new league is starting. Well, this episode's been recorded on the 26th of March, and the new Path of Exile stuff is due out in 3 days. So, a little bit distracted. Right, we are here. We have hopefully got to the point where we were last time. That's how our Underdark map is looking. We have completed all of the quests. We are about to go into the Arcaen Tower, which you can see down here. We popped back to the Susar tree and picked up our Susar blooms, which we had stashed over here. We have done stash management, checked gear, etc. So now, let's go and find the Arcaen Tower. From the Underdark beach waypoint, we're going to go up this little ladder. We'll run along this path and go up this little hill. Not that little hill, this little hill. There we go. And jump across here like we have done in the previous episode. Tail end of my illness, I apologise. You may get a few coughs. Right, so we come up round a corner. Up into the Arcaen Tower. There we go. We're going to separate Lae'zel. She is the one that's going to be doing the first part of this quest. She can bright and shiny because she is carrying the Susar stuff. And what we're going to do is we're going to go up here. There's a passive check-in coming, so I'll shut up and see if she gets it. And there's your hint. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up here. We're going to do a quick save, just in case. I'm going to pick up this toadstool. There we go, and you can see that this Arcaen tower has targeted us, and we've put us into turn-based mode. And I've seen a lot of new people get stymied and stuck on this area before they even get into the Arcaen tower. So let's have an examine. It's only got 17 hit points with an armor class of 10. Very easy to kill. However, it is resistant to slashing, piercing, fire, immune to necrotic. But it is vulnerable to lightning. So a lot of people think, oh, we'll do lightning damage. Yes, but sturdy. It's sturdy, so that means that you need to do 11 points of damage to do 1. However, what these things do is every time it's their turn, they shoot you up, I think it's about 2 or 3 times for up to 5 damage each. And if you're not in turn-based combat, that is a lot of damage. To bypass this, we collected the Susar blooms. So what we're going to do is walk forward. The reason we chose Lae'zel is because, as you can see in the bottom left, she has the Elixir of Giant Strength, making her throw a lot more further. So we select the Susar bloom. And if you look down at the right up, it says this bright blue flower picked from a budding Susar tree. It exudes a honey sweet aroma, which turns foul and eventually fades away if the bloom is exposed to sunlight. But actually, what it does is prevents and magic. These are magic. So we just throw one up there, and as you can see, the blue fades. We come out of turn-based code, and it's disabled. We're going to go into stealth, because it is another one up there. So we're going to creep around this way up to this point. We are then going to forcibly enter turn-based mode, come out of stealth, pick up this. We are going to run up here and repeat the process we did with the first one. Throw our second Susar bloom. And that takes care of that one. We're going to take a little bit of a detour and go over here to do some looting. There's another set of bones there. That's it. Pile of bones. Get a bottle. We're going to come to, you can't actually walk up this, but you can get to the toadstool and pick that up. So now we're going to go up the stairs, get some XP. This door is locked, which means you need a lock picker to be able to undo it, or the spell knock, or alternatively you can bypass that all and go the easy option and jump through this window here. So what we're going to do is, because there is another Arcaen tower just up there, you can see, we are going to forcibly enter turn-based mode again. We're going to walk in front of the window. We are going to jump, and because of the strength 21, she can jump quite far. There we go. And then we are going to throw number 3. And that takes care of that one. Out of turn-based mode. Now we've got to be careful because there's a fourth and one over there. So they're boom, they missed because we kept on running. Enter turn-based mode. Come out from behind the pillar. Oh, wrong button. And you guessed it, the fourth Susar bloom. And then we walk over to the door here. Activate the lever, whatever. And there we go. That is how you gain entry into the Arcaen Tower without taking any damage, dying, or any sort of other shenanigans. Everything is done. So we're going to come down here now. I'm going to call the rest of our party over while we head down to this herb. Grab that. Go back to, I'm going to keep calling, I know a lot of people call the player controlled character the Tav or the avatar. However, I'm going to call her by her name. So Juliet, or Julie for short. So we're going to go back to Julie, and we're going to go up here. As per my normal activity, we are going to turn off the light. We're going to stand in the middle here and do a scan search and pick up all the stuff. I'm going to read this letter. Here we go. I've read all these letters. I've put them on the screen so you can read them. Alternatively, you can read them during your own playthrough. I'm sure, or look up on the internet. That chest is locked, as we can see in the bottom left. So we're just going to go around and see if there's anything else. Turn that torch off. Go to Karlak, who is our thief. Lockpick. Activate guidance, and off we go. Got it. In chest. We'll get Skybreaker, which is a +1 light hammer, which can be thrown. It's also got the Searing Smite evocation spell on there, as you can see, once per long rest. Compared to other weapons, it is a cell only. Unless you're playing a very specific dwarven throwing build, I don't see any relevance to that. Failed. Failed, failed. Come on, someone. Karlak. Lovely jubbly. I know it's here. I could have dug it with a spade, but I just like to see the survival checks come off. I've got a scroll, some gold, and a bow. Right, now take our entire party now up into the actual Arcaen Tower proper. Whilst in the Arcaen Tower, there's a couple of quests we need to complete. One, we need to get the potion for Ammelium from the Myconid colony to help us with our tadpole. And there's an actual quest inside the Arcaen Tower. Oh, that's upstairs. So what we need to do, if we come across any books, we have to read them. Even if you've read them in your previous playthrough, you need to read them in the tower. I cannot remember which books you need to read, so I just read all of them. A little bit of internet research, and you might be able to find the specific books you want to read. Right, now we're going to loot. What I'm picking up there, the small metal bits, are broken machinery. That gives you a recipe to make the potion of lightning resist. Just going to go through all these doors. We'll pick up a scroll there on the floor. Going to open this. I love doing this. I love opening up my inventory because it's funky. Right, we're going to pick up the bowl. Actually turns into a hearth-light bomb. So what happens if we pick up this mug? We get an ingot and this mug. Get a scroll and a spoon. We get some magic boots, which gives us featherfall. Oh, missed one. And finally the cup, which turns into another scroll. Not bad, not bad. 2 scrolls and a magic item and some sort of bomb thing. The bard, or Julie, has featherfall as a ritual spell, so we don't need the boots. If you do not have someone with the ritual cast featherfall or a scroll of featherfall, then you can just equip the boots about now. You'll see why in a moment. No, don't want that. I want the barrel. Oh, hello. I just shot that, didn't I? Whoops-a-daisy. More broken machinery and some rope. Okay. So now we come here. This is where you need your featherfall. There it is. You only need to cast it at level 1. High levels have no benefit at all. We jump down here. Featherfall makes you immune to all fall damage, or jumping damage in this occasion. You've only got 10 turns to do this. You need to be a little bit quick off the mark. Or alternatively, you can just take your time and then recast it. Just be aware of your counter, because if the counter runs out, as you see on the left there, I've got 6 turns left. If you do the jump while the counter is off, you will take a significant amount of damage. Possibly even die. There we go, that's everyone down. And then the last jump onto the floor. It's about right. Yeah. If you're playing a shorter race, you can enter through there and go into the building. However, I can't. Although, being a dwarf, I'm not considered a short folk. I think that's gnomes are considered short folk. Maybe halflings? I don't think I have played a halfling. Not to memory, anyway. I may have done, I may have just forgotten about it. Pick up these herbs and things off the floor. I'm going to come over here. Get the 3 pots and the herb. Don't need that anymore. Okay, we're going to separate our rogue from the rest of the party, and the rest of the party is going to continue looting. Come around the corner. Another survival check. Thank you, Druid. We're going to pick up the bucket and the second bucket. We're going to click the dirt mound, which will then open with our shovel. Get some herbs, a scroll, and a little bit of gold. Although it looks like it, that's not actually a herb, so just come over here. Pick up the camp supplies, open the 2 pots for no reward. Go around here. Oh look, another shovel. I lost my bit of paper that was keeping count of the amount of shovels I found in Act 1. If you remember from previous episodes, I mentioned that a lot of new people, even some experienced seasonal streamers, were finding difficulty finding shovels. So I was keeping a record of how many I actually found, but I lost a bit of paper. I think I was up to about 15 at one point. You do need 1 Seasar Bloom. Everything else is looted, so we come over here, we wait here. We go over to our rogue to lockpick the door. And you cast guidance, which is why we can't have the Seasar Blooms near us. Dirty 20. And the door's open, so we bring the rest of the party members up. Wait for Julie to get near us. Boom, there she is, and in we go. If you are a short folk, you come through the pipe, which I think is over here somewhere. There it is, over there. And then what you can do is you come over here, and there's a lever there to open up for the rest of your party. Once you've done that, you bring your Seasar Bloom over to where these little blue petals are on the floor, which we are going to loot. There we go. And then you come over to here and combine. Find your Seasar Bloom. You get a little cinematic. And there we go. We have lighting throughout the Arcaen Tower, plus the travel device is now working. Oh, I forgot my own rule. Need to read that book. There we go. Speaking of which, I forgot to pick up a book, which we'll pick that up in a minute. The reason I call it a travel device is because I know different parts of the world call it different things and or pronounce it differently. So I am just going to call it a travel device because it does. It is a mechanical device which travels up and down. So call it whatever you want. I'm going to call it a travel device. Jeez. Searching, looking for all that loot. Up the little stairs, stand about here. Pitchforks upstairs. Right, need to read this. There we go. Still goes back up to the pitchfork. The problem with the scan search now is in here. It's got multiple floors, so sometimes it'll pick up things on the floor above you or below you. There's nothing you can do about that other than to stop scan searching. And try and find all the items individually. You may or may not have that option depending on the device you are using to play the game. Nothing in that pot either. The first time I activated the Arcaen Tower device, I was expecting some sort of fight because I thought, well, it's the Underdark, dark being the operative name, and we're putting a lot of light into the Underdark. So surely going to be attacked once we light up this huge light beacon. I was disappointed when nothing happened. It's the only disappointment I've had in the game. Do you get a graphical error there? It's been there since early access. Coming up that stairs. The stairs fade out. That is an amulet of detect thoughts. Once per long rest, you can cast the spell detect thoughts. I believe it might be a concentration spell. I'm not sure. I never use it, so more looting. That's all I'm doing. Is looting everything for the gold. It's all about the gold. The gold. Right. I'm going to go into the travel device now. Now it's powered up. I'm going to use this button over here, ascend, and go up a level. Split Julie off from the rest of the team, and then we're going to go and search all of the bags, barrels, and boxes around the travel device first, and then on the second loop we'll get everything that is around the edge. The reason I do this is so we don't miss anything. There's quite a lot of stuff to make sure we pick up for gold and quest purposes. Alright, so we're around back to the door of the travel device, so now we're going to go over here. There we go. Pick everything up. Open this door over here. Yeah, a couple of bags on the floor. Done. Round to this section. Pitchfork. Tongue of Madness, which gives us a recipe and is one of the herbs we need for Ammelium. This introduces the tadpole elixir, which I don't use, but if you want to. I have specific elixirs I use for specific people and builds, and I only use them in Act 2, sometimes in Act 3 if I'm going into a fight, because crafting them, depending on how lucky you are with the vendors, it depends how many resources you have to craft them. Once you get into Act 2 and then 3, they become a little bit easier to get if you know where to look, and you have the gold to purchase the item, which is why we spend so long in Act 1 making sure we are absolutely maximising the amount of gold we can get. Just wanted to pop. Come here. So this makes a fungal bamboozle, which is a bomb you can throw. I'd rather throw something else or actually have a spell cast. That unlocks the recipe though. And more importantly is the second herb we need for Melium. And look, there is another shovel. I don't suggest interacting with the Sprout and Timisk because it can cause issues with your character. I just can ignore them. Come round to the last shelving unit. Open the door. Flick round, and there's nothing on this one, so back into the travel device. Make sure we group up to the party, otherwise they will get left behind when we ascend. Up we go. Now I know I've already been here, but I forgot to get a book, which is on the stand over here. Or did I get it? Did I get it? Uh-oh. Did I miss a book? Yikes. I thought there was a book on this floor over here. Right, let me just go down. There we go. See, I get stuck down here. No, not this one. I know what I'm looking for. And again, I apologise for being distracted, but as per the little housekeeping note at the beginning, I have done this 3 times, and it's a bit difficult now to remember which bits I've done. So I'm just going to have a walk around just to make sure I didn't miss anything. I know what I'm looking for. Ah, there it is. I did miss the book. I was looking in the wrong place. That's it. Now, there we go. I found it. I knew I'd missed one. Just had to find out where it was. Okay, back into the travel device. Group up. Ascend. Okay. And then we do repeat the process again. Let's go looting, looty. This has got some corners, so we go over to the cupboard first. Sorry about that, I caught a cough before I actually coughed, so try and keep the mic free of artifact. Nice emerald ring, a goblet in the pot. What's in the pot? Nothing. That's upstairs. Come over to this area over here. We've got a couple of pots on a shelf. In the chest. Some gold and a gem we can sell for more gold. Always good, always good. Okay. There are a lot of books in this area and we do need to read them all. However, the first thing we're going to do is go over to this table and scan read. There we go. We'll take the torn out piece of paper first. Then we pick up the Careful Art of Tirsu Ciphers. Let me search the books. Barrels upstairs. Right, then we come over to here. Stand, I think it's about here we can get everything. Yeah. We'll come back to that in a moment. Let's read this book. I'll read this letter. I think we've read this one. Yep, we just read that one. I remember that first line. Not sure if we read that one, but we have now. Pick up the scroll. Final row of books. think we've read this one, but I'm not taking any chances. Take that, take that. That's that book done, which just leaves us with the Gith disc.
The disc is formed from slate and engraved with Githyanki writing. You examine them closely, but can't make much sense of them. Using the cipher you found, you might be able to reveal the disc's meaning.
Option 2, use the cipher we found to decode the symbols.
A pattern forms as you gaze at the disc, and from within that pattern, a story emerges. The Prince of the Comet, Part 1. So it was that we were free from Gake shackles and turned our blades on each other. The heavens were shattered, and one great empire was divided in two. Gith travelled to the Hells to broker help for her people, her cause. Vlaakith would have you believe Mother Gith proclaimed her our queen. Lies. Gith made no such proclamation. Vlaakith seized the empire against the mother's wishes, but Gith had nurtured a son, Orpheus, Prince of the Comet, the true heir. He knew Vlaakith's treachery. Orpheus rallied Gith's honor guard and declared the throne for himself. The War of the Comet had begun. It's an intriguing tale, and a forbidden one, given how expertly it was encoded. Lae'zel will surely want to know of this.
There we go. Yep. And we will talk to Lae'zel later on. Why can I not? Oh, there it is. I was just checking on the recording. I think it's okay. I'm just going to check it in a moment. Might as well just finish this area now. We've read the Fringe Philosophy. There's a skull. Okay, I'm just going to do a quick save here. Stop the recording and make sure everything's fine. And I'll be back. A very quick intermission there. The recording is fine. So hopefully whatever issues was being caused are now resolved. Right, it's just finished. Oh, I've done this area. Whoops, a daisy. I got distracted. Yeah, we're back round to the beginning. I think. Have we done everywhere? I got distracted again. I'm not sure if you can get that painting with keyboard and mouse. Excuse me. No, at one point I had issues trying to get it with keyboard and mouse, and then I started using the controller due to an error I had, and I can get it now with the scan search. So if you can't get it, then I would raise that as a bug to Larian via the bug reporting system. We've read that one. I'm just going to take that. Okay. In previous episode, I mentioned that there was a grave and you had the option of searching the grave to find something. I opted not to do that. If you did, you can then interact with the button and get a little write-up. It doesn't give you XP. It doesn't give you gold. It is just a little funny side quest, almost like an Easter egg. If you're short on rings or just want some buffs for passive skill checks, you've got a +1 Arcana Religion ring there. If you don't need it for any other reason, take it anyway because it sells. A couple of gold, a pot 2. Nothing else. Go and get this painting. It makes 3 paintings in total. This one room. Nothing in the bathing area, and we are back round to the vertical travelling device. Group up. And we are now ascending again.
New sounds to the Underdark oppression branch. Is it the foe? A foul, contemptuous heel?
Long hours spent studying at your college come back to you. This is the opening stanza of an old play, The Roads to Darkness.
If you are not a bard, you get another passive skill track which gives you a slightly different read, and it mentions about the books you've read in the tower. So that's why we've been reading the books in the tower, so we can get the correct option, which is option 1. Or art thou found a rescue from my lonely wake?
Out of love for me, not love for blood and steel. Command as you see fit, my lord, my liege.
How can I trust? How will I ever know? How can I show myself, my darkest me?
If you do not believe a secret show, reveal the truth. Do what you wish to see.
And we do all of that to get this ring, which is a quest ring, and it gives you the evocation cantrip light as well. So we'll take that ring. That's slipped into our pocket. I know that the druid has a spare ring space because I made sure they did. Huzzah! So we're going to put the ring on the druid. And gives us another button. While we're here, we're just going to disconnect the Julie from the party. Going to go over here and empty this box. Nothing in it. Over here, get a passive perception check. Failed. That's fine. Search the books. We don't need to read any more books now. If you find any more books, you don't have to read them. You can skip them if you wish to. Over here and up the steps. Grab a flask on the floor. There's nothing in those cupboards up there. I remember from the previous 2 failed attempts of this video. There's a parchment. And we're just going to pick everything up. More broken machinery. As you can see there, it's giving you the elixir of lightning resistance. It doesn't give you the recipe because the recipe is linked to the old way of doing it, which required 3 of the exact same broken machinery. Now they've lumped all the broken machinery together, so you just need 3 of any broken machinery. But in doing so, it now doesn't proc the recipe. So a little bit of history there. We'll get the items. We will come back to this stall. We are actually going to move the stall out and pop here just in front of that robot. There we go. And there's nothing else in this room, so we'll now group up again and find the button marked basement. Travel downstairs and go searching for loot. Where are they? On the desk. Don't need to read the books if you want to. Oh, that was Dimension Door and Fireball. Nice. There's a barrel over here. Nothing in it though. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, right, fine. Come down these stone steps into this little corner here. Get another basilisk oil. More scrolls. More scrolls and books. Outside of the paralysed drow, I've never yet found a reason to use the basilisk oil in my now 14/1500 hours of play. Everyone thinks this, well, sorry, I'll rephrase. A lot of people think this staff is brilliant because it gives you bless. However, if you inspect it and go down to the actual bless, it does say recharge on long rest. So that is a level 1 up to 3 creatures bless for 10 turns once per long rest. There are far better staffs. I just sell that because it's worth 100 gold. So based on your charisma, open the chest and pick up the diary and everything else. This is the reason why we've done all of this, to get the Sparks Wall ring, where it can't be electrocuted and gains resistance to lightning damage. Absolutely pog ring for what we need to do in a moment. I'm going to come over here now and search this little area. Grab the book. Search this beautiful wooden desk. I'd love to be able to take that desk to my what's it called, campsite. It looks so pretty. I'm only doing this to show you how it's done. You can come up to this metal door, you come out of the metal door, and I forgot to do it. I failed the perception check upstairs, so what I should have done was got my other party members to look for it, get a successful check, which then finds a lever, and this stone door here then becomes open. I mean, there's a lever here anyway which you can do as well, and this brings you right back to the beginning should you ever wish to return here for whatever reason. Right, we've looted everything, we've opened what technically is a secret door, so now we get to the fun part. We get to go do some fighting. So we're going to group back up again and find the top floor button. There it is. We are back up to the robots. What we are going to do now is play shuffle shuffle with some rings. We are going to go down to Lae'zel. We're going to send the ring of poison resistance to the druid. And then we are going to find the Sparks Wall ring and equip that onto Lae'zel. We are finished now with the guiding light ring. It's a quest item, so that just gets sent to camp, and we equip the ring of poison resistance onto our druid. And then we separate our party members. Lae'zel goes over to the big robot Bernard. Karlach stands basically where she is. The druid comes over here. And then our bard. Excuse me. Stands there. We go back to Lae'zel. We do a quick save. I'm going to take a drink. Excuse me. And this is why we have the monk. I'll press the right button. There we go. Ki gets restored on a short rest, and we get this topple thing which makes them prone. Prone targets makes any attack against them with advantage. Any attack. That includes attacks from other party members. Critical hit straight into combat. On the previous two it didn't do that. I was able to almost kill Bernard before he even went into combat. I'm not sure why, but it happened. Oh, that hurt. This is going pretty badly. I one-shot that on one of the saves. Yeah, I got a crit hit on the first shot and one-shot that one. I turned around and threw the pike at this one, and it went down. It got prone and went down to 3 life. Absolutely amazing. I was not as fortunate on this particular one. Have we got any more attacks? No, we're gonna go into frenzy. Yes. What I should have done as soon as I got into combat is gone into frenzy first and then thrown. But hey ho, live and learn. Over to our druid. Well, the reason we use the druid is because he's the only one in my party that's got the firebolt cantrip, and we need that to hit the stool. Where did the stool go? I moved it specifically for this. There it is. Oh yes. No, not bear. Where is it? There it is. Unfortunately, because we cast a cantrip, we can't attack. Even though we get 2 attacks, the cantrip takes both attacks, because that's what Larian decided to do. We are, however, going to move the owlbear there. So it means that the only thing that this robot can hit is the owlbear. I wasn't aware that our bard wasn't in combat. That's a bit strange. Okay, let's range this one. And we'll do that again. There we go. Oh, I'm encumbered. Right, very quickly we'll have a quick sort out mid-combat and get rid of this junk. Don't want that. Quick bit of inventory management. Dimension door, yes. Okay, that should do us. Right, we are going to leave Julie up there. Karlax had her turn. The druid had his turn. My turn. Not sure why I'm doing such little damage. Ah, it's resistant to bludgeoning. Okay, that's fine. Alright, let's go. See what we can do now, and let's see if the pike keeps returning to us. Seriously? Oh my days. Got it! At last! And then we get the enraged throw off because we're in frenzy, which is why we become a rogue to get the 2, but not there yet. There we go! Did it go prone or is that one shot? One shot! Lovely. Right, can we loot? Yes. Have we got enough? Oh, we can't jump. We'll use our action to throw. That's fine. Right, Karlax done. I've only got 2 left, so we are going to just, excuse me, shoot Barnard. Not a lot of damage, but every little helps. We are going to drop a level 1 heal on Lae'zel to give her bless from our gear. Like that. This is why we're going to get the Sparks Wall first. Is that dead? There we go. Now, if we do a scan search, there's the Club of Giant Strength. So, firebolted the chair explodes, but we do get the Club of Giant Strength, which is awesome. We are going to send that to Julie to do. We're going to do a little bit more quick inventory management here. On the fly. That's magic missile. I want to keep that one. It's magic step. I want to keep that. At the moment, Julie's only got a strength of 8. So we've got to be trying to keep all of our stuff to minimal. There we go. Alright. Let's do it. Let's do a crushing flight. Yep, that'll do. Oh, I took damage, but the target is prone, which is awesome. Leaving Lae'zel to punch it in the face. And again. And we are not going to use any key. We're just going to punch it in the face one more time. And there we go. All diddly done. The first thing we're going to do is drop a short rest to get our key points back, our shape changing charges, and our bard charges. And then we're going to come down and loot Bernard for the Light of Creation. Not a bad two-hander. It's a +1 with chance to stun the wield unless it's a construct. But it does do a D10 slashing +1 D6 lightning, as you can see. It's absolutely awesome. It's also a halberd, so you get the extra reach. Excuse me. There is a way of getting around the You're Not a Construct, which I believe is in Act 3. Where's the other one? There it is. There we go. Right, we are done. That is the Arcane Tower complete. So, let's group up. We're going to pop to the Myconid colony and talk to Omelium.
I greet you, child of the dark. How has your search for the mushrooms fared?
I found those mushrooms you were looking for. Option 2.
Fine specimens. It will only take me a moment to brew them to proper potency.
Omelium turns away to prepare the potion.
Oh, that's new.
In its own musings.
You must drink the entire draught. I can make no promises as to its taste.
Drink the potion.
The acidic liquid tightens your throat, burning on the way down. It's a bolt of agony straight to your stomach.
I failed the Constitution save. I'm now poisoned.
Very good. As the potion influences your mind, you may find yourself acting irrationally. Try and stay focused.
The world loses its edges, its finer boundaries. You are fluid, but trapped like a creature suspended in amber.
Okay. Let's bring up the tooltip. No bonuses, so we're going to go with intellect to get -1 because our intellect is 8. However, the headband of intellect we are wearing gives us an intellect of 17, so it goes us +4. Let's see what we can do. I have passed this both times in the previous 2 recordings, which failed. Hey!
A few sparks and colours dance around Omelium, but you stay steady and staring ahead. The tadpole spasms, seizes. It's fighting the potion even harder than you are. Fear pierces your mind like knives of ice. The parasite digs deeper, as if it means to hollow out your skull.
Okay, so wisdom, and again we'll go with the intellect one. I am 1 fail, 1 pass. Oh.
The cold blades lose their edge. You are stalwart, turning that tide of fear against itself. The parasite swells with power. More power than you have ever felt before. It surges and twists, lashing out against that which would dare to intrude. The parasite in your mind quiets, pleased with itself.
Omelium, are you well?
That lava observed before. Its power is unsettling.
I felt it grow inside me. There's more power than ever. Option 1.
Such an outcome was not in my calculations. There is more to this being than mere stasis.
Option 3. I suppose it's not all bad.
Yet that power may grow beyond your control. I have another intermediate solution, if you are in need. I possess a ring of mind shielding. It prevents elder brains from noticing my presence. It will not remove the lava, but it will limit its influence, both positive and negative. I would offer it as a gift, but in truth, the ring is priceless. Is there anything you could offer me in turn?
You've got a lot of different options here. As you can see, there's 5+, including, because I'm a Duergar, there is another one. However, you've also got Intimidation, and I've got a class Bard one there. But the actual answer is option 4. Or how about I tell you more about the Nautiloid?
A fascinating topic indeed. What can you tell me?
Now, although the roll is less because we're only getting the +4 rather than the +6, we do need to do the intelligence one. But we get guidance as well from Karlach's amulet, and it's only a DC 10.
What a brilliant experience. To feel one step closer to my ancestors is a fine gift indeed. Here, it is yours. May it serve you as well as it has served me.
Nice. Helps not to judge a book by its cover, doesn't it?
Of course, the lava remains. Be ever vigilant of its growth.
There we go. So we get the Mind of Rune Shielding. We are poisoned. Duergar are resistant to poison, so I'm not sure what effect, if any, that'll have on the poisoning. But that's fine. We've got some stuff to sort out. We've also opened up Amelium as a trader, which is why we do his quest. First thing we're going to do, though, is send that Scroll of Magic Missile off to camp. Right, so we've got a new ring, which is the Ring of Mind Shielding. We're going to send that off to Lae'zel. We are then going to mark the Sparksfall as wares, because we do not need it anymore, and put on the Mind Shielding ring. There we go, and hopefully we've come out the other side of the poison now. 2 turns to go. That is fine. We'll just wait. 1. And done. Right, so we now talk to Amelium.
I greet you, friend of the dark.
Excuse me. Right, so he's got 970 gold. We'll have all of that. You've got staff as an option. You've got this circlet as an option. We will definitely be taking the Ring of Salving. We're taking the Boots of Stormy Clamour. And we are taking the Pearl of Power Amulet. This will restore 1 spell slot per long rest, which doesn't sound a lot. However, if you're using a cleric or a mage, that could be quite handy. It is limited to level spell slot 3. However, I have found that it does work on a warlock. So you could attach this amulet, get as one of the spell slots back on the warlock, and then just change amulet. So we're going to take that one as well. So it gives us 1,218 gold. I like to keep the trader, or usually like to keep the traders what's the word? To things that I think they would like. Now, Amelium is an intellect person. I'm assuming he liked books and parchments, either to read or reuse. So we are going to sell all of our parchments, books, and if there's still money left over after that, our scrolls. 243. Alright, let's get rid of some of these scrolls then. Selling scrolls doesn't take too long to max out that gold. I'll try and stay away from the more expensive ones so I can get rid of more. 9, so that's what, 19 gold left. Okay, let's switch to some of the 1 gold items just to for aesthetics, basically. We've not got too much junk in our folders. That's 4, that's still 1. Any more ones? Yeah, there's 1. There's those. And then 1 more. I have a wooden bucket. There we go.
May your travels be safe and
Excuse me. When I was sorting out the stash, I'm pretty sure I took all of Blurg's gold. Let's just double check. Yeah.
Very well.
He has not refreshed. So we're going to go down and check out Derith. She may be of similar, as in she has no gold and hasn't refreshed. But we're going to go down and check. I did not get a lot of sleep last night. I was watching some Path of Exile videos and lost track of time. No, she's got no gold either. That's fine. No more traders in the Myconid area. So we are now going to do bits of gear. We drop the Crusher's ring from our bard and send that to camp. We equip the ring of salving. So we are then a bonus action healing buff. We also send the Pearl of Power amulet to camp, and that goes for the Boots of Stormy Clamour as well. Off they go. That can go to the Druid. After, right, hold on. Let's do this properly. Mark for wares. That can be marked. That can be marked. Marked. I don't need that. Add to wares. Send to Druid. There we go. Oh, missed one. Okay, so we've got the Club of Giant Strength, which technically we can use. But in order to make use of that, we really do want a shield, and we can't use shields at the moment. So I'm going to keep it in my inventory just in case I feel the need that I want to go up to Strength 19. I really would like a shield to go with it. So we've got to wait until we're level 7, and that's when we'll begin our multiclassing. With the Myconids done, we then now go all the way down to the Ancient Forge. And we're going to do a quick save. New save. Change there. Oh. Arcaen. Whoops. Tower. Done. There we go. And then we're just going to clear these. So there's the level 6 save, and what I did was I cleared the quick saves at the end of this episode that I recorded the first time round, and I accidentally deleted this episode here. So I'd lost a good 2, 3, 4 hours of gameplay, so I had to go and redo it before I could redo this one. Hey ho, such is the way. So now we are in the Adamantine Forge, where we come, and there you can see the forge itself is down there. If you remember when we did the memory shard we found in the Myconid colony, it said something about a mighty hammer hanging in the air deep in the dark or something like that. Well, there's the hammer hanging in the air in the deep dark. That's where we are. Alright, I'm just going to check the recording one more time. Hopefully I'll be back momentarily. We have just done a save, so it's a good time to go and check. Okay, we are all good on those recordings. I may be a bit paranoid, but having lost 2 3-hour plus recordings, I'm not taking many chances. I also took advantage of the little break in recording to go and do some exercise and grab some water, which is why I might be a little bit out of breath. Whew, right, let's get on. You can see obviously there are mobs in the way of our progression, so we need to do stealthy. We get to about here, we separate everyone. We are going to take the druid over here. Now in previous versions I was able to jump without getting into combat, as long as I stayed in that area there, but this is the owlbear. There we go. It looks like the owlbear is still in stealth, which is awesome because now we can do a crushing flight, hopefully here, like that. Boom. Lovely. And it's prone. And again. And it's dead. One down. What we do now is we take Lae'zel. I'm not sure if I can get past her without earthing. So what we're going to do... Oof. Let's just go for it. Wow. Failed immediately. With the +6 stealth modifier... excuse me. So that's a +9 in total. +3 from the proficiency bonus, +6 from the skill itself. So it's a +9 stealth. And I failed immediately. Oh well. That's fine. Lae'zel's got a ton of movement. We can't stay here because it'll block, so what we're going to do is go to our favourite topple, punch his in the face. That's it, they're on the floor. Punch them again. That's that one dead. We'll walk over and punch this one in the face as well. We've got our lightning charges, they're metal, so that was with advantage. 10 life left. We are now going to go to our friend Karlach. And let's see what her stealth is like. Oh, way bad. I specialised in sleight of hand instead of stealth. Okay, that's fine. So she was going to probably break out of this quite quickly. Is there any way we can get... Oh, we got a bit closer now because we've killed... Oh, pick that up. Lovely. I'm not sure... I don't think I can get a throw off. Can we pick up that one without the stealth check? Nice. Ah, never mind. That's fine. We'll just climb up here. Oh, that's a lot of movement. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. That's what I'm going to tell myself. It's okay. We are going to move a little bit away from here to leave access for our bard, and we're going to do a couple of throws. Hopefully taking out this one here, 80%. Almost dead. And we got it back. Lovely. We're not going to risk the throw. We're just going to go and poke it in the face with our pike. That's that dead. Pick up the crossbow. And then that just leaves our bard. He's going to go... Actually, oh, hello. Forgot about the skeleton. He's actually going to go this way. Hopefully we can get a jump without breaking stealth. Apparently not. Yes. Nope. Apparently not. Just enough movement. There we go. Up we go. We've got a full stack of bardic charges. So, oh wait a minute. That's like 10 life left, isn't it? Yeah, we're just going to shoot it, hopefully. Or not. Why not? Let's go for it. There we go. All done. All over. Down the rope ladder. Pick up the scale mail mould, which is the one I want. Turn off the torch. Everything's been looted, so we're going to group up. Everyone come to us. And then we're going to walk round. That was looted by the owl bear. Come round, get this one. Come around here. No, we don't want that one. We want Karlach. Because of the fire resist. Karlach's going to swap weapons, which is why we've been lumbering around with the Hamar Haraft, I think it's pronounced. We're going to equip the big hammer on Karlach, and we're going to go for a walk through the rocky lava fields. There's two reasons why I come this way. One is the survival, which is about here, which is fine, because we'll just shovel it. There it is. There it is. Get the chest and get lots of different things. And the second reason, is for the mithril vein, which we are now going to bust open with our mace. Explodes everywhere, and you can see right at my feet it's got their mithril ore. So I'll pick that up. And there it is, mithril ore. We are going to send that off to Julie. There we go. And we're also going to send Julie the shield mould, which is why we emptied her bags so she could have the moulds and the ore. There are only 2 mithril ore in the game. That is number 1. I will show you where the other one is. In a recent interview, well, as of the recording of this video, it was about a week ago from the date of this video, which is the 26th of March 2024. The owner of Larian Studios, Sven, second name I can't remember, has stated that there will be no paid DLCs for Baldur's Gate 3, and Larian Studios are not going to be doing a Baldur's Gate 4. With that in mind, there is only ever going to be 2 mithril ore in the game, which means you can only do 2 smithings with the Adamantine forge. I have chosen to do the shield and the scale mail armor, the medium armor. The reason why I have chosen to do this, as I put all my characters in stealth and prep for the next bit of combat, is the 5 molds in the game, which you have seen me pick up across the various episodes. You have 2 weapons, which is a sword and a mace. Compared to the other weapons you can get in the game for practically any other build or class, suck. It's that simple. You then have 1 shield and 2 sets of armor. And the 2 sets of armor are nearly identical. One is a medium set of armor, the other one is a heavy set of armor, and then there's a shield. The shield is amazing. At this level of the game, it is the best shield in the game. And then you've got a choice between the medium armor and the heavy armor. I know what my characters and classes I will be playing in the end game. None of them are heavy armor users. So it makes sense for me to go for the medium armor. This is why we send Karlach for the fire resist. I will be crafting the scale mail, medium armor and the shield. What you craft is up to you. However, please believe me, the two weapons, the mace and longsword that you can craft, suck. Please don't craft them. Choose both sets of armor or one of the armors and the shield. It's up to you after that. But please don't craft the weapons. They really, really do suck. Okay, so Karlach now you can see is surrounding. If you have been lucky in your vendors and got a rare arrow choice, you may have an arrow of many targets. This is now the time to use that and the combat would be over. However, I was not that lucky and so I've only just thought to mention it. We are going to flourish attack. The ones we can get. Can we get farther? Path into... No, we'll go for those two then. As you can see, they do explode, leaving burning ground on the floor. We are moved now to Lizelle, who isn't very good at missile combat. However, we are going to go into the Kachi and find one of the many arrows we picked up along the way. Shoot it with Lizelle and hopefully one-shot this little blighter. We did not one-shot it. We now return to Karlach and let Karlach have her turn. That's that one dead and exploded. And that is dead. That one dead and exploded, which leaves this one here. This one over here, and then these two over here. What are we going to do? We are going to go to our druid. We are going to come all the way around here. And there's a sneaky blighter there as well. So we are going to crushing flight. We missed the other one, even though it was in our circle. It got missed. Lizelle, I can't do anything. I think everyone is at a point. We are going to drink a potion with Karlach. Let's find one. Let's just drink that one. There we go. And her turn. We move to our friendly neighbourhood bard, who's going to come down here. Get another flourishing attack off and hopefully kill this one. Can't reach that one. We can get that one though. Another 2 deaths. We've still got another attack, which is awesome. We can't reach that one over there. Shoot this one. There we go. We are done with our bard. Just leaves Lizelle. And hopefully we'll do the same thing again. Hey! We're going to move Karlach over the thing. We get the owlbear out of the burning ground as well. And Karlach is now going to do some searchy. Nothing in that one. Nice graphical area there. Some scrolls. Come over here to this section. Get those scrolls and book. Pick up the Shaman Registry. And the Elixir of Fire Resist. There we go. Come round and we get the second mithril vein. There we go. And therefore the last piece of mithril ore, which we then send to Julie. And on the way back, all the burning ground has gone, so we then can loot all of these Mephrites with Karlak. Let's just try that again. There we go. The heart-shaped rock actually makes an oil of combustion. I don't use oils because it's a basic action, and at end game I've got other things I could be doing my basic actions, like take a potion, jump, attack, etc. Applying an oil in combat is a ridiculous waste of an action. Applying an oil outside of combat, if you can prep combat in time, is effort. Excuse me. We now reach the forge, as the game clearly told us. So, we jump down to the forge. We are going to separate Lae'zel. At this point, it doesn't matter which character you do the next bit with. They need to have some sort of ability to open a locked chest. And the higher the wisdom, the better. When I say higher, I mean 16 plus. It is very advantageous if you have multiple ways of also doing Misty Step, which is why I've been collecting scrolls of Misty Step throughout the game. We are going to jump across there, just do a quick save after getting the mithril ore and stuff. We're going to come down here. That's a lie. You can see, or you just saw here, you've got this rock here, and then you may have seen a different colour. To me it looks orange. Some people call it red, but there was like a dome shape there. There it is. It's there, look. You can just see it. And after a while, the magma will explode and drop burning ground all over the place. If you're in that circle when it explodes, you take a ton of damage, and then you've got to deal with the burning ground plus all that. Alternatively, you just Misty Step over to here. And a Misty Step again. We don't need to worry about this. I have seen lots of people wipe total TPK, total party kill on this elemental. It is neutral. It has the yellow outline. That means it's neutral. It's not going to attack you unless you attack it. So you Misty Step across. You come over here. You grab the skeleton and the candle. This is the locked chest. We're going to do a quick save, just in case, and we lockpick. We've got quite a high dexterity, so +3 dex. Now we need a 20. Let's see what we get. Hey, first time. Awesome. Alright, so we're going to open it. We're not going to take all of the contents. We're going to grab the gold. We're going to grab the goblet. We're going to take the scroll. We're going to do another quick save. Yes, I know it's a lot of quick saves. Now we're going to go back and get the amulet.
The amulet is heavy, but holds a subtle warmth, like it was left under the sun. Suddenly the metal surges with heat. You feel great power and an overwhelming urge to laugh.
And now enjoy.
Alright, so you do need to... this is part of a quest that cannot be completed until Act 3. The quest reward is quite tasty and very nice, so we do need to keep the amulet. Alternatively, if you don't want to do the quest and get the reward, fine, do whatever. So we do need to fight the urge via wisdom. I'm a monk, so I get this one, which means I get advantage on a DC 10. Oh my days! Wow! I'm going to be rolling that again. Come on, Lae'zel. Whoo! Oh, sorry.
For what is wrath if not one step toward madness?
Missed a bit of dialogue there. I apologise.
Return me, take me home, and thou shalt glow with blessings.
You can ask all the questions if you wish to. There's no problems with that. You just find out some lore. If you want to do that, be my guest. You then have the, again, options. Discard the amulet, stow the amulet, equip the amulet. Don't equip it. Please don't equip it. If you want to equip it, do a quick save, then equip. And you may want to be getting in for a reload. I'm just going to stow the amulet.
Feel a chuckle coming on, but it soon fades.
There we go. And we get a journal update. As I said, this quest can't be completed till Act 3. So we are literally going to send it to camp and forget about it until there. The easiest way to get back is to go to your waypoints, go all the way to the bottom, go to the Ancient Forge waypoint, spin yourself around and just walk down to the rest of the party. You don't have to risk any more burning or damage, etc. I'm not sure why people have not done this. I've seen people, you know, get across, do the chest, and then sit there for 10-20 minutes trying to figure out how to get back again. There's a waypoint? Alright, now that's all done. We do another quick save. I forgot to... Right. What I should have done was a short rest. There we go. That gives us our shape again. All of the software stuff. This is why I've got a bard, a monk, and a druid. Outside of the spells, wild shape charges, key points, and bardic inspiration points all refresh on a short rest. The only one resource that doesn't is Karlach's Rage, and I don't use that a lot anyway. Karlach is going to stand over here. The druid is going to stand here. Lae'zel is going to stand over here. And then we're going to take our bard. And before we do anything else... Oh, I want to be that side, thank you. Oh, take a drink, apparently. We are now going to do the quick save I shouldn't have done before the short rest. Excuse me. So we've got the crucible. The crucible needs the mithril ore. So just click on that. Opens up the interface. Pop in the mithril ore. That's that done. There we go. So then go to the mould chamber. Open that up. I am going to do the shield first. Pop that in. There we go. And then we come over here to the forge activator. If you are sensitive to noise, you may want to turn down your video output. This does make a very loud bang noise. So just to forewarn you, it has to be done multiple times. If you're able to do so, I would suggest keeping your volume a little bit lower. Put subtitles on. I have subtitles on all my YouTubes, and then you can still see, hopefully, what I'm talking about and what's going on without any damage to your ears. I will still give a little bit of a countdown before I hit this and before the bang comes, just so you're aware. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. That's the bang over with. It also sends the forge down to the lower level. I missed it, but you can see the animation. We then go over to Lae'zel, who is in charge. The lava valve. You've got to make sure people are on either these big circular pieces here or these other little raised platforms here. Anywhere else and they will die. Also safe is on this little platform. You can see there's a little bit of a mesh there. So this is open up a cinematic. I'll let the cinematic run and talk to you again afterwards. Okay, there we go. The first thing I'm going to do is just explain the fight a little bit. What we need to do is hit the hammer again to forge our shield in the mould. And this is what causes everyone the headache, the Grim. I've seen multiple ways of people doing this. I've seen people TPK over it, etc, etc. I'm going to show you the very, very easy way of doing it, which will also get you a Steam achievement if you're playing via Steam. So let's just examine the Grim. So as you can see, we've got 300 hit points, armor class 18, very high strength and constitution. Because it's in the lava, it gets superheated, which means it is now vulnerable to bludgeoning damage, and we'll look at the resistances. So slashing, piercing, acid, thunder resist, cold resist, force resist, radiant, poison, psychic, lightning, fire, necrotic, immune, bludgeoning, vulnerability. Unarmed strikes are classed as bludgeoning. We have a Way of the Open Hand monk that uses unarmed strikes. This is why I have a monk. It's the only reason I started playing a monk and was like, oh, this monk is really good. Okay, noise again. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, bang! And that's our shield forged. We are now going to move our bard very carefully over to this raised platform here, avoiding the lava. We are going to switch to Lae'zel. And the hope here is we're going to use our monk ability to topple. And hopefully the Grim will fail itself and become prone. Which it did. It is now prone. Awesome. We are going to skip Lae'zel and we're going to go to Karlach. We are going to rage with Karlach. Now Karlach is using the big hammer, so that is bludgeoning damage. So this is also going to do damage, and its advantage because the target's prone. Also Lae'zel did nearly 50 damage to it. Bomph, we missed, unfortunately. Now you can see there the robot has now switched prime target to Karlach. That is fine. We'll hit it again. And miss. Oh my days. We're going to switch to the Druid. Now I've had a problem with the Druid because it's so big. It has a tendency to get in the lava and then almost die. In the previous recordings that got failed. So we're going to hope it doesn't do it this time. I can't see where it's going to walk. Lovely, not a lot of damage, but still. Nice, and then we switch over to our bard, who I don't actually think has got any attacks left, no. But it can do a level 1 heal on Lae'zel, purely to get the bless. There we go, so Lae'zel is now blessed, and we can skip Lae'zel. Now, the reason we've left Lae'zel last is so she can get the attacks and become the prime target. Boom, there you go. Threat assessment, target changed. And again, there we go. So the first round of combat, we've nearly halved its health. Very easily done. We should have raged with the owlbear. We're going to do that now. There we go. Grim turns up. Up he gets. That's fine. Lots of opportunity attacks go in. Karlach is prone. Okay. We are going to do a big heal because Lae'zel took a ton of damage that time, so we're just going to switch straight into level 3 heals and get her buffed up nicely. Lovely jubbly. We are then going to do a flourishing ranged attack on the Grim. No, we're not. We're going to get Lae'zel hopefully to get the topple off first, so everyone has advantage. On the floor again. And now we are off to the races with flourishing attack. So hopefully we're in range. We are. Didn't get advantage for some reason. I did 7 damage as well. That's fine. Eight damage. Karlach is up. Can we get to the thing? Right, okay. Are we going into the lava here? Is that what's happening? Yes. It's very hard to see with all the tooltips on. I'm not sure if I can turn them off. But you can just see that Karlach is going to... If I move Karlach, she's going to step 1 foot into the lava and take a tremendous amount of damage. So what we're actually going to do is jump over there for safety, and then we are going to hit it. Boom. We are then going to switch to Lae'zel, and hopefully Lae'zel will get the killing blow. 1 attack left, and there we go. Nice, easy way to get nearly 900 XP without real too much trouble. First thing we're going to do is come over here, pick up our shield. So there I go. So that's all combined. That's about 1000 XP for that. And there's our nice new shield. Adamantine shield plus 2 AC. Gets reeling if someone attacks you and misses. You get shield batch if they attack and hit, which has a chance of making them prone. And you're immune to critical hits. That's why the shield is so OP. Right, we're going to move everyone back to their starting places. This is to ensure that no one is in the lava, because we have to craft a second time. Don't worry, you only have to face the Grim once. This is what the Grim drops. It is a heavy armor helm. You are immune to critical hits. Once per long rest, you can cast Hunter's Mark. You also get fire resistance. That's it. That is why I send it to camp. I would normally sell it, but it's an epic item, so I keep it in my stash. I will never use it, because even if I was using a heavy armor user, there are far better helms. Right, back to Julie, back to the Crucible. We insert our second and final piece of mithril ore. Go over to our mould. Oh, ejector lever first. And take out the medium armor one. I don't know if you can craft another set of medium armor. I've never tried. Shield, sorry. I've never tried. Or, well, the same item twice. I repeat again, I've never tried. I've always gone for 2 different ones. Right, I go to the other side of the mould. That's it. Find our medium armor. In it goes. And we are set. What we have to do is come over here to the platform control, i.e. this little button here. Raise the platform up. Lae'zel won't come up because she's not on the platform. That's fine. Connect to the device. And big bang again. 3, 2, 1. Sends the forge down. Over to Lae'zel for the lava. And we move her back onto the platform. Back over to our bard. Big bang. 3, 2, 1. There's our armor waiting for us. We just wait for the lava to go. There it goes. Same thing again. Pick up our lovely new armor. Walk around the mould. Oops. Eject the mould. There it goes. Pick it up. And now we have this lovely new armor. Armor class 16, all incoming damage reduced by 1, reeling when attacked, disadvantaged on stealth, immune to crits, and you're limited to an AC dex of +2. We're already limited to an AC dex of +2 from my hard armor +2, but this gives us 2 more AC because it's armor class 16. So we put it on, our armor class should go up to 18. It also looks very pretty. There we go, I'm class 18, and looky! I are pretty in my new armor. Awesome. We then take our hide armor and send it off to Astarion, because he'll need it soon. We get everyone back. And before we do anything else, we go into our journal and just have a quick update. Travel to Moon's Thrice through Grimforge, that is an option, not one we're going to take, but help Aemelian, which we have done. Discover the history of Prince Orpheus, that's a new one. Rescue Wolbran, that is in Moonrise Towers. That is in Act 3. That is in Act 2. We've got all the companions on there and all the ones we have done today. So this looks like someone's at my front door. Hold on, I'm just going to check that out. Oh, and it is the spring season. The first of probably many double glazing salespeople to knock on the door. Ugh. I know they've got a job to do, but ugh, hate it. Anyway, right, and then we've got all the completed ones. So we got the intruders. We killed Glut, delivered Near's head, saved the gnomes, did the masterwork weapon, Adamantine forge, and there we go. So we are done in the Underdark, which means we are also done with Act 1. So we are going to waypoint back to the Emerald Grove. We are then going to go to camp for a long rest. And unfortunately, it is time to say goodbye to Lae'zel temporarily. At this juncture, we are going to move on to an area where it makes it very hard for us to have in a party. So we are going to strip some stuff off. That is where's sell. That's a herb. That's a herb. Add to wares and sell it to the druid. Keep the potions, keep the spade, keep all the gear. That goes to Julie because it's a herb. That goes to Julie because it's a herb. All the other stuff I'm going to leave on there because it's only a temporary goodbye. She will be back with us for Act 3. But for now, we do need to say goodbye.
Speak.
We are going to talk about, obviously, the disc first.
A disc appears in your mind's eye. Lae'zel sees it too and considers the vision.
Tissue markings. Ancient. I recognize them, but I can't make sense. No. Wait. The texts are enciphered, but I've solved the pattern. It's a story. About Orpheus.
Your head buzzes in concert with Lae'zel's, but it hardly matters. Even without the connection, you'd recognize her discomfort.
I've read this one already. What do you make of it?
All of it.
declared Vlaakith Queen of the Empire, and her own son defied her. Orpheus would have ceded control to the Geich.
At this point, you've got different options. I've always gone for option 3. Why are you so worked up? It's only a story. I do not know the outcome of option 1 and 2, so feel free to experiment.
A ludicrous one at that. Vlaakith seized the Empire from my people's very mother. The Queen would take even a child's head for so much as whispering this rubbish.
There we go. Right, before I do anything else though, I'm just going to drop a quick save in case of, yes, I'm paranoid, the recording gets corrupted or whatever. Back into Lizelle, and it's there again. I'm not sure why we've just done it, but wait for me and cut.
The best course of action.
Unfortunately, yes.
Confirmed. Until then, I remain at the ready.
Bump, off she goes, and now we are going to talk to Astarion.
Yes? Darling, I thought you'd never ask. Lead on.
I've said it before, and I'm quite happy to say it again. I love Astarion's character. It's a shame he's a criminal. Oh, stop. Press the right button. There we go. Level up. We are leveling Astarion as a level 3 rogue, and then into ranger. It is going to be a... Oh, what do I need here? I don't know. I'm going to take them. +2 bonus to ranged weapon attacks, or +4 damage with our offhand crossbow. I'm going to go for the archery to match up with sharpshooter. Ranger level 3. Then we take Hunter's Mark. No, we go Gloomstalker for the free attack from Dread Ambusher. Anything else is irrelevant really for the way I'm going to be playing him. Boom. Now I have been sending him gear, so hopefully we've got a lovely little dagger. We want the Sword of Screams first. Then we get the dagger +1. Oh, why can't I? Oh, it's a rapier. Oh, well that sucks. Can't dual wield rapiers. Alright, we'll take a +1 thing then, and we're gonna steal steel forged, and then our bard will have her club. There you go. 2-hand crossbows. We'll put on the armor. We'll put on the disintegrating nightwalkers. I think maybe not actually. They're not actually difficult terrain immune. They've got some immunities, but not difficult terrain. All right, let's go and see what we've got in our bags, in our stash. Right, we want. What do we want? We are not, can't use the gloves of power because I forgot to get Astarion branded. Or did I brand him? No, he was out of the team by then. Hold on, let's just sort this out. There we go. Open that up as well. Right, what have we got? Sentient power, power minute, and that'll give us +1 armor class. That gives us sleight of hand +1, which is irrelevant really. We'll take Crusher's Ring. They don't bear the absolute ring because that would be nice. We don't want that. We've got our ranged weaponry. Not a lot here really. Let's have a look in the box. Thank you. Oh, haste helm, yes please. Nice. Immune to difficult terrain. Some walkers who don't need that. Ah, smuggler's ring, that'll do. Missile snaring. Missile snaring. Yeah, that's fine. Let's colour him up with his, or the dye I like to use for him. He does look good in orange. There we go. Send the remaining dye off. Equip the gladiatorial sandals. Don't have any healing potions for him. You might just have to steal those as and when. Right, but there's the Starion, all geared up. He looks better when he gets his proper gear on. We don't have an amulet. I suppose you could use a power amulet for now, because he will be casting Hunter's Mark, so... Alright, Astarion's locked and loaded, ready to go. Ta-da! Go back to our character. We need to... Should be able to equip that. Yep, there it goes. Lovely. What was I looking for? What did I come here for? Dye. We need some dye. Where's your dye? There it is. Okay. Lovely. Everything else should be coloured appropriately other than the armour. Oh, I'm not sure that was a good idea actually. That looks a bit weird. Oh no, there it is. You need Duergar boots and gloves. Looks like I haven't done any of her colouring. Dee. Oh! Don't know what I did there. Oh no, I've picked up all of the... Learnt my lesson, I'll just do it from my backpack. I think we've got everything now though, haven't we? Maybe not the helm. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Her gloves still look brown to me, even though I coloured them. But hey ho, never mind. Now has strength 19, which is awesome. Oh, we need to change bows. Where is her new bow? No, not bow, the Banshee. Is it already in? Not that one. I've got to sort these boxes out. Open. There it is. Spell Thief can now be sold. That's it. Right, we don't need these anymore. These are going to be sold. So... because we've got strength 19, I think we can pick up all of them. Maybe not. Right, what's the heaviest one? There we go. Alright, sorry, I need to go and check on something. Almost finished. One of my cats decided to go for a little climbing exercise inside the house and has knocked some stuff off. I'll clear that up. Nothing's broken, the cat's fine. I'll sort it out after this long rest. There we go. Into night time. I just want to check on an item. Ooh. Not that bag. We're going to need that. I'm going to pick that up. We're going to have a sort. I'll do a stash sort at some point. Probably at the end of this episode, between this one and 15. Let's go and do the rounds. Let's talk to people.
What's on your mind?
Nothing. Talk to Shadowheart.
Something the matter?
Nothing. Talk to Astarion.
Yes.
Leave. Talk to Lae'zel.
Speak
Again.
once again.
More writings on Orpheus, the so-called Prince of the Comet. The Prince of the Comet, Part 1. So it was that we were free from gay shackles and turned our blades on each other. The heavens were shattered, and one great empire was divided in two. Gith travelled to the Hells to broker help for her people, her cause. Vlaakith would have you believe Mother Gith proclaimed her our queen. Lies. Gith made no such proclamation. Vlaakith seized the empire against the mother's wishes. But Gith had nurtured a son, Orpheus, Prince of the Comet, the true heir. He knew Vlaakith's treachery. Orpheus rallied Gith's honor guard and declared the throne for himself. The War of the Comet had begun. Disregard this drivel. Gith declared Vlaakith queen of the empire, and her own son defied her. Orpheus would have ceded control to the Geich.
Hopefully we won't have that dialogue option for a third time. Well, no, I don't have a tadpole to give you, so I'm not going to do that yet. Talk to Gale.
Always a delight to speak with you. What can I do?
Nothing, apparently. Alright. Everything seems to be in order. So let's just do a quick save here, just in case anything goes awry. And then there's a quick save. We are going to go into Astarion and finally read the Book of Necromancy.
The book is locked tight with no visible keyhole, only an oval recess in the cover's mouth. You try to examine the book, but the longer you stare, the more those piercing amethyst eyes draw you in. You feel the darkness radiating from the book. It's delicious.
Curious. Why don't you take a closer look? I'll observe from back here.
Please don't open the creepy book.
Place the amethyst in the book cover. Open the book.
The book's pull is irresistible. You feel changed, bettered for having opened it. Suddenly you are capable of anything. Felling mountains, darkening suns, conversing with the dead. Glyphs shift gently before your eyes. Words slip into your mind, onto your lips, forming words you don't understand. And something is trying to reply.
Well, quite the page turner. I'll get back to it when I have more time to focus.
Not sure why it did that. Let's actually see if we can get the correct response from the book. I've never seen that particular dialogue option before.
You feel its connection, its longing to be opened, to share its secrets.
Well, come on then.
You open the book to the first page.
There we go.
With its shifting glyphs and strange whispers.
Saving throw. Turn to the next page. Oof. Ouch. Oh no, I've got no inspiration. Okay, oopsie daisy. Quick load. Excuse me. I hate save scumming, but I need to get this book read, so apologies. This could end up with a few minutes of save scumming here. Okay, let's try this again, shall we?
You feel its connection.
Yes, 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 we've just read that. Let's go.
Shifting glyphs and
That's better.
the symbols dart beneath your eyes, warping and twisting. Your head throbs, but you almost understand.
Another saving throw, so we are going to quick save there. Hey! Lovely.
The world around you is gone. You can only see those glyphs, only hear those voices. You feel claws moving in the shadows. They pull at you, dragging you closer.
Alright, we are going to do now another quick save here, and then I'll look at the options. Ooh, right, let's have a look. What we've got. Urge your hand to turn another page. Force of dick clothes, drinking the basket, embracing it, and turn the page. Saving throw. Oh! Oh, wow! Oh, nat 20! Woo woo! Lovely. No save scum required, other than the first one.
In your now seared inside of you, you should never have known.
Lovely. Forbidden knowledge. From partially discovering the necromancy of Thay, you gain +1 bonus to wisdom saving throws and ability checks. Quick save. Let's go to bed. Oh, Owlbear!
Blood hurts.
Oh. Persuasion, yep, you're hurt. Let me see. +12 with a 5 DC. Yeah, okay.
Look, cut.
Let's have a look what we got here. Oh, I want to do the survival. I know the persuasion is like stacked, but I want to do the survival. Come on. Oh, DC 3 should be okay. Nat 20!
The cub inspects the wound, giving it a curious peck.
Good. No hurt.
How did this happen?
Teeth. Claws. Bigger.
You fought something bigger than you? Why?
Strong. Fight. Win.
Oh, which one is it? 1, I think. Take on something closer to your own size next time.
Too big. Wait. Strong. Show you.
I love him so much.
Oh, Karlak! And... Hey! We now have Owlbear in our camp. Woo! Missing the voiceover on the dialogue option. Interesting. Okay. Now let's go to sleep. Finally. Okay, let's buff up. Oh. Speak with animals. Karlak needs to drink because she's like got too much stuff being carried. There we go. You don't need to do anything, do you? No, but we do need to eat a humanoid. Right, fine. It's just that one then. Okay, let us leave camp. Long strider up. Karlak, Druid, Astarion, Jubbly, Long strider, level 1 for me. And come on, come on. There we go. Off we go. Just going to make some trades. Get rid of some of this stuff. Wait for Aaron to appear. It's about there, I'd guess. Oh, just slightly off. I like trading with Aaron because he doesn't really move around too much. Some of the other traders do, and you can accidentally feed stuff.
Of course.
Yes, yes, yes. But steal all your gold. Well, not steal it, but take tooltips off. Have we got anything for me? No. Is that a magic missile scroll? It is. Yoink. No misty step. I'm not paying the price for dimension door scroll. I've got a few of them now. Should be fine. Look at dyes. Where are they? Is that blue? Yeah, we don't need that. That's belladonna. We'll take that. Muddy red. Mugwort turns into salt. Yeah, we always need salt. Ocean orange. Is it orange? Pale orange. Wrong one. Red. We don't need red. No, that makes vitriol. What's that down there? Oh, lovely. Alright. Let's dump all these things we don't need anymore. Get them out of our stash. What else can we sell? That can go. That and that. 3 spare shovels. Spell thief. Some bones. Not the herbs. Candle, not the egg. Not that. Need that. Okay. Shift some junk from the druid. Getting close, which is why I'm slowing down. $3 gold left. Perfect.
May you keep balance.
Karlak, I think, is still walking around with 2 containers, so you can only sell the containers from your main character, but you can sell any containers from them, so pretty cool. Off to Zentrum. In they come. Oof. Right, where is Brem? There he is.
Alright, back already? Of course. Got some interesting stock for a friend of the family.
Only 300 gold? 300 gold? Is that what you got? Oh, wow. Harsh. Alright, what have you got? Oh, I don't need any of those. Don't need any of those. No Misty Step or Magic Missile. Dyes once again. And herbs mainly. Bloody Plum, Blackened Furnace, Brown Alabaster. Oh, Deep Lilac. Oh, God. Orangey. Oh, lovely. Black and white. Lovely. Lime, lemon. No. Mellow fruit. Pink. Shadowheart. Shadowhearts die. So rare to get hold of. No herbs. Alright, but it gives us 500 gold. Okay, well. Get rid of these 2 containers at least. That's it. Alright, let's clear out the druid again. Gonna save the scrolls to sell to, what's that, 6 gold. torch.
Pleasure.
Myconids. Gonna go down to Dareth first.
We'll be clearing. No point in lingering now I've got the noble stock.
That's better. 1600. Lovely. Decent amount. Oh, and elixir giant strength. Nice. And vigilance. Lovely. Which one's that? Oh, that's the normal one. Tooltips off. Magic missile. No. Misty step. No. Ugh. Herbs and or die. Some more balsam. Stuck up on that. Bone cap. What's that? Vitriol. No. Brown alabaster. Dagger root. That's a salt, isn't it? Ashes. That'll do. What does that give you? Oh no, don't want that. Ashes. Die remover. That gives you battle mace, doesn't it? Yep. Mellow fruit. Muddy red. Suspension. Mugwort gives an ash or a salt. Can't remember which one, but one of those. Don't want red. That gives a suspension. That gives ash or salt. Does that give us essence? No, don't want that. Don't want that. Venomous fangs. Suspension. No, no, no. Ah, look. Warg fang, yes, and more yellow musk. Okay, 2 grand. Let's go. I still don't want to sell the scrolls if I don't have to. Let's see what we can come up with. Let's dump some of these for starters. Like 20 of them. Huh. Haven't really got much to sell now. Mostly it's gone. Alright, let's get rid of some of the scrolls then. Get rid of some of those. Fed up with carrying them. Haven't used any yet. Oh, is there anything in the bag we can get rid of? Yeah, essence, they can go. Pestle and mortar. Oh, that's right, it just automatically adds. Broken machinery because I never used the resistance potions, I don't need to. Okay, what are we up to now? 1500. What does that make? Essence and drought poison, they can be sold. Do I need water? Do I need water? I don't think so. What do you make? Suspension, no, that can go. Alright. That'll do. Right, and then use the waypoint system to our advantage. Puts us back up here. Talk to Blurg.
Welcome back. Have you made it? I do enjoy a good bargain. If anything in my private collection is to your liking.
Ammelium doesn't have any stock really. We've brought the main items from him, so unless you're looking to get more gold from trades, there's no point to summon him. He does have a substantial amount of gold though, so if you're running low, tooltips off please. Right, what have we got? No magic missile, no misty step. Look out for herbs. Wow. You got nothing, it's just gold. Alright, fair enough. Let's dump all the rest of our trash then. Right, what does this make? Salts, essence, ashes. That creates a greater, so we want that. Just double checking there's nothing else I want to get rid of. No, I think that's it. Oh, lovely. Balance. See, this is what annoys me. When I really need a ton of gold, they don't have it. And then when I don't really need a lot, I've got a, you know, it mind boggles. Send that to camp. Send that to camp. Where? Oh, stop. No, I just want to thank you. Clark needs to swap weapon over. There we go. Stone's clear. Karlak is now clear. Druid is clear. I am getting clear. I just need to put the herbs back in the herb bag. That's it. And then we need to send the dye back to camp. That's done that. Let's do some alchemy. No more elixirs, potions. Done. Okay. Split. Send 2 to the druid. And then send 2 to Astarion. And we'll split those as well. And do the same to Astarion. And I'll keep the other 2. There we go. Send the gold to camp. Waypoint 2. Walking's Rest. Save game. Save. Change name. End of episode 14. There we go. Oh, that was a bit of an effort. However, we have now completed Act 1 in this playthrough. I am going to not delete the saves. I want to make sure the recording is fine first. Hope you enjoyed this episode. I know it's a bit of a crazy one. And I will see you in episode 15. These episodes are pre-recorded. Path of Exile, at the time of recording, 26th of March, the new Path of Exile content is out in 3 days' time. So, but I should have enough episodes to see us through for the next couple of weeks, and I'll get back onto it and record some more later on. I hope you're enjoying them. Please let me know in the comments how I can improve this for you. Any tips and tricks you want to know, just let me know in the comments down below. Oh, excuse me. And I'll hope to see you in the next one.